Hi, this is Order of the Week. Every week I make a video and I always say I talk about something that is important to me at the time. Hopefully it's important to other people too. This video is for the week that starts on Monday. Today is Thursday. Thursday 18th March 2021. The Monday was 14th of March 2021. This week video have been quite a big news about one of the vaccines available for coronavirus. No good news. Apparently, they found that there is cases of a blood clot in AstraZeneca vaccine medication. Oh, my computer is doing so many things. Wait an hour. Okay. And yeah, I mean, I have said previous videos, I have raised my concerns about medications in any vaccine, no particular in this one, anyone, and raise my concerns about the medication, because the medication is, I don't know, is a lot of people, is everyone, is realistic about the medication effects. And yes, there is good effects and there is reasons why to use medication, and I understand that. However, medications sometimes have side effects that are somehow put in the backside, or just ignore completely sometimes as well. And I believe that side effects should be very much under control, and obviously to put always in to see is worth it, the medication, for the side effects. And I know people will say, well, obviously it's worth it, or definitely if it wasn't worth it, it wouldn't be used. The thing is, it depends, because yes, there is different ways to use medication. There is different doses, there is different length of time, and yes, maybe at some point, definitely there is no question about it, whether this should be a long term is completely different, because the medications effects change over time. So because it had been decided at one point, which maybe wasn't any doubt about it, probably wasn't any doubt, definitely this is coming from for a doctor prescription. It must be because I believe it's because definitely is beneficial. However, that prescription maybe the way that means that we understand medication is more often people think, well, it was good one time, it will be good forever. But medication, we have to be aware of the effects over time, change in the person, because for the very many different reasons, because people, lives and levels of the illness, states of the illness, or the condition, for whatever reason this have been, this is the treatment. But also because medication interacts with metabolism, with physiological process, and it interacts and it interacts at some point in one way. However, physiology change to adapt to external input or input from external intake of anything, and metabolism change depending on your diet, depending on your lifestyle, depending on internal, different organs function, and obviously age as well will be a big factor that will be affecting the way physiology interacts with a particular medication. But then it's very difficult for people to know, or to know when that medication effect may be very beneficial at some point, maybe start changing later on. And that's going to be difficult for everyone, doctors, obviously, they can measure a lot of physiological events or process, and they can measure that, and there will be some indications of what's going on in terms of physiology. However, for a regular person, that will be very difficult because we don't have the knowledge, the medical knowledge, well, we don't know when that medication maybe start having a different effect on our body. So yes, because I'm quite aware of that, I quite have concerns about vaccination as the treatment for to treat this pandemic, and I'm not gonna go into detail because I explained that in another video. However, my main concern is that this medication have not been tested as normally, as the standards of previous standards of medication testing, because obviously for understanding reasons. However, that concern me. It does concern me, and I have raised those concerns. So it had been this, these reports that had been cases of blood clot for one of the vaccines, and the argument is out there. And some people however, it's always really extreme. Some people that never believe in vaccination, in any vaccine for this pandemic, or the vaccines that are available at the moment, and some people that will go with that at any cost. And obviously I have my concerns, which I just mentioned about the vaccination. However, I have other concerns that for me they are even more can have an even more bigger impact on the way we are treating this pandemic, and is that that concerns have not been maybe reviewed deeply enough, and it have been countries now that they have stopped temporarily and see what's happening, with this medication. But there is other places and other people that they what they are saying is that there is the number of blood clots for the amount of vaccinations. It doesn't bring any concerns, and I think it has, and for some people to say that, I don't think they realize that the risks of treatment and medication can bring. And I think I feel a lack of cautious on the way they are using medication treatment or chemical treatment for this pandemic. And that concerns me. Like, it doesn't matter how many cases of blood clots, it have been blood clots. We need to analyze what's going on, why it's happening. But I feel sometimes that the people that are promoting particularly this vaccine, this treatment, but probably will be with a different one, the people that are providing that medication, it seems like they feel kind of a threat, but they shouldn't feel like that. They shouldn't be threat, because if you are really consider what you are impacting to, which is people's life. Let's not forget that we are talking about people's lives here. And if you are sensitive enough to understand that that's what's on your hands, you should be very cautious. And any concern from anyone, you will want to have a look very well about it and see what the stand of that, and also whether this thing is very small, like the proportion of people with that effect is very small. You will want to do something about that. But there is some people that they are feeling quite the vaccine shouldn't have been stopped at all for the numbers that are out there for the effects, these negative effects. And this I think it's very worrying. And I just would like anyone that is providing this medication or any other medication, because there is a few vaccines right now, and other concerns will rise with other vaccines probably, and they need to understand that it doesn't matter the number of negative effects. Is the vaccination have to be stopped for a while to see how this can be fixed? It should have to be, and they should be the first ones to do it, to stop it, is they are showing a real, genuine consideration to people's life. So for me, it doesn't say much about those people that are coming and say, the numbers are so insignificant. People's life are insignificant to you? I don't understand that. I think anyone's life is significant. Okay, and we are talking about people's life here. So yeah, that's one thing that have made me really frustrated, really very frustrated. And I shouldn't maybe feel like this, but I maybe shouldn't feel like that. To be honest, I don't think it helps for me to feel frustrated. And I hope I want to change that, because I shouldn't become so frustrated about things like that. But I'm feeling like this way, and I always say that in every video I do, I just put my opinion, and it's as any other person's opinion will be significant, because that for me every person is significant. So yeah, So that's the main subject this week. I always show a video, you know. So the video this week is just, I think, with some news, to be honest. I mean, it's more than anything just to show a particular video that I watch, and is when I got my my understanding of what is going on. And I don't know the name. Why some? Sorry. Why some countries have paused AstraZeneca vaccine? BBC News. Okay. So the channel is BBC News. Okay, so that's very popular channel, and this is just the news basically. But the title, I'm gonna say it again. So, if anyone want to see it, why some countries have paused AstraZeneca vaccine? That's the title, and the channel is BBC News. The video is in YouTube, but you know, maybe you can find it in BBC channel, if you can watch BBC channel. And so yeah, that was the main thing I want to talk about it. So yeah, I didn't have much planned really apart from that. So I think maybe I have to leave it here just now.
That the EU would act as
sorry.
one on
I shouldn't be putting videos that are not mine, you know, because I could be, you know, charged with plagiarism. So I better don't put any videos that are not mine. But yeah, that's for today. Anything else? You know what? Lately, I've been watching a lot of videos about furniture restoration. Is something that I do enjoy sometimes, and I've been watching that. Yeah, and I will recommend some websites, but at the moment I don't think I don't know if they will want me to recommend them. To be honest, they don't need me to recommend them for any way. But I just, you know, I like to talk about people that are doing something that I think is very good. But at the moment I'm not gonna do it because of that, you know. But yeah, that's basically everything this week. I maybe add a second part of this video, but at the moment I don't really know. Because that's the only thing I wanted to talk about for this week. And I mean, you know, we also have to be very careful what I say. I need to be careful what I say, obviously, because I wouldn't want to say something that is bring an effect that maybe is not helpful. You know, I want to be helpful, of course. You know, and the vaccine is the solution. Honestly, the vaccine is the solution. I'm very happy about it. You know, but at the same time, we don't know. We don't know. That's all I'm saying. We don't know. You know, is this the solution? So we just need to be very cautious, you know. I would like everyone to understand that, you know, that we need to be cautious about medication, you know. That's all really. That's all. But as I say, you know, that's the way to go, whether it's this one or any other, you know. There is countries that are using like 3 or 4 different ones. But to be honest, I feel that is slightly better than just use one everywhere. Like at some point, it just feel like it was just one for the whole world, and I thought that's even more risky, you know. You know, if there is something wrong with this type of medication, then it's gonna be the whole world. The 70% in 6 months, it was the target for mass inoculation. with 70% of the worldwide population. So is anything wrong with that treatment? I think that is, for me, is quite a concern that there is people that think that that's they don't have concerns about that, that they don't, the potential risk of that. So, at least to use different ones, at least, the side effects of one medication will not affect 70% of the worldwide population is it's a reassurance in a way. However, I will say, it's definitely every vaccination have to be cautious, and any provider of that medication, they have to be cautious, and also the people that are not professional scientifics or anything, but they are somehow stakeholders, stakeholders. Yeah, well, the power of be, leaders of whatever area of social life at national level. They need to be aware of those concerns and risks, and be cautious. Definitely be cautious. If I find that someone that is a stakeholder, is that stakeholder? I think it's maybe a stakeholder, or something like that. A leader or someone in power to have a decision making capacity, and it's not cautious. I get worried. I do get worried, So yeah, that's